How incredible is this, guys? We were riding by and Shehan spotted this old church that has been taken over by nature. So this is called the Church of South India. I'm not sure what the story behind this is. If you do, please comment down below so that I and everybody else can know what the story here is. But I find something so beautiful that even when something is abandoned, nature will reclaim it as its own and wrap its arms around it. And that's what I see here. And I know a lot of people will see this and not see something that's nice, but I see something that's really amazing. It's wonderful. We went inside and it's been completely taken over, and I just walked around imagining, so this is where a church procession would have taken place. But I want to highlight that this is one of the best things about cycling through a country, is that if you were driving by, you'd be going at maybe 60 to 100 kilometers an hour and you wouldn't stop or even look to the side of the road to see something like this. But when you're cycling, you see so much more and you can discover so much more. And that has been one of the best things about this trip. I actually only have one bar, to be honest. Even though there's two, one of them will go off pretty soon. And I'm really tired, so I don't want to have to deal with that later on. I'd much rather do in the hard work and time now and cruise into Mannar. Right, so we finally did it. We switched the electric on. God, it feels so good. We have 2 bars ish. We have to cover 15 kilometers. We're riding on full speed. Let's hope we make it. Otherwise, we were spending way too much time trying to just cycle our way there. It's hot, we are getting slower. So, fingers crossed. Crows are attacking this bird. I feel so bad for it, but I also don't want to kind of get in the way of nature. But is it really nature? Because the crow is not supposed to be here. Apparently, according to Shehan, we passed a board that said that this area is a bird park, the Vanikale Bird Park.
And I think Mannar in general is home to a bunch of migratory birds that come here once a year. And if I remember right, they actually come from all the way from Europe. Flamingos are also like part of the migratory birds, but this place is really popular for that, and a lot of like bird life enthusiasts come this way just for that.
This road runs through the bird park, basically.
Yeah, I think one side of it is allocated to be the bird park.
Alright guys, I think our grace period is over. It's about 12 now and the sun is out. So, my god, bus. Oh, sorry. Pedaling as fast as we can, hoping we make it. It may be hot, but it's never too hot to stop for an Instagram photo. We are really close now. We are on the bridge that connects Mannar Island to mainland. Okay, we are entering the island of Mannar by cycle. I cannot believe we have cycled. Oh shit, oh shit. My battery is dying on this freaking bridge. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, and I'm on like the highest gear. Move, Shehan. What an entrance. Thank you, universe, for the nice weather, for letting my battery last all the way until I made it to the bridge. Okay guys, so we just got to our hotel room in Mannar. It's called Agape Hotel. This is our room. Unfortunately, 5 minutes in, the power went off, so no aircon for us, but it'll be back soon in about an hour. So we are eating from yet another cyber again, and I can't recommend this enough if you are traveling around Sri Lanka. Thank you. Because eating from the cyber or the roadside shops is the best way for you to get a flavor, get the authentic flavors of that region or that city, because they cook in the way that the people in that area like to eat. Thank you. So it's your best bet to trying all the different flavors. Now I'm eating rice and curry here, but this rice and curry is not going to taste the same as what I have in Anuradhapura. So that alone is an amazing part of travel in Sri Lanka. You get to try all the different variations and all the different ethnicities and the different cultures, interpretation of similar food. Good morning guys, today is our first day in Mannar. We're going to show you something very interesting right after this, but first breakfast, and we're having breakfast of champions, dosas. Shan is having Indiappa, we've got chutney, sambar, kirihodi and potato curry. We're at a vegetarian restaurant. We got in a tuk-tuk and asked the guy to take us to a good restaurant. This is where he bought us, so let's see. So this is what I was talking about yesterday, the tea bag phenomenon that is taking over Sri Lanka. But this right here is a good example of a milk tea. This is made with condensed milk, we're assuming, because the board for the condensed milk is there lit up. But yes, avoid this and try to have what I had yesterday. The procession that passed us is known as the Kalladi festival, which is very interesting because it takes place here and in Jaffna and in all other parts of the country where there are Hindu devotees. This particular procession, I have been told, is a tribute and a sacrifice to Lord Murugan, who is the god of war, and this is done in order to attain blessings from him.
Sometimes they don't have proper materials in the government side.
Today we want to share with you an interesting story from here in Mannar. So a few months ago, Shan and I worked with an NGO here in Sri Lanka called ADRA, which does a lot of community work, and they have a very interesting story here in Mannar that we really wanted to share with you guys. Mannar is one of the closest points from Sri Lanka to India. So naturally during the war, there were a lot of people who fled from Mannar to India. But those people have been coming back to Sri Lanka, coming back to Mannar specifically, and trying to relocate and reintegrate back into the community. But they're being faced with some difficulties with language and a few other things. Now you might be wondering about the language because Mannar mainly speaks in Tamil and so does the south of India. But there are some differences in dialect. So this is where ADRA has been coming back in. So today the lady that we are visiting here in Mannar, she actually was able to employ herself and gain the skill in South India of soap making. So once she came back to Mannar, ADRA was able to financially help her by getting the things that she needs to start up her own soap making and disinfectant business, which has been doing marvelously well. And this is very interesting for me at this point because Sri Lanka is going through a very difficult time and we're banning a lot of imports so that we can maintain our balance of payment. At a time like this, having people skilled and equipped to do this kind of activity is really helpful because we can actually support this community by purchasing these products from her. But I'm going too far into detail. Let's go in and meet her. So we are at Manjula's home and she has a variety of different products including soap. This is charcoal soap that I'm holding in my hand. Aloe vera soap, as well as floor cleaning products, shampoos, hand wash, dishwash, a lot of different things. And what I love the most is that most of the products, all of the products are made with very few chemicals. They are organic. The only thing that's chemical that's used is like a stabilizer or something to harden it, which is anyway going to be used even in an organic soap. So I love that part, and there's a lot of herbal infusions. And also, fun fact, it takes 1 month for 1 bar of soap to set. What's also really interesting is that she left Sri Lanka when she was 11 years old and she came back only in 2010. So that's a big chunk of her life that she has spent outside. But what I really like is that she has brought back this knowledge with her, and it's helping her livelihood and her ability to survive and reintegrate back into the community. So Manjula doesn't speak English or Sinhalese, but she will be speaking in Tamil and telling us a little bit about her project as well as what are some of the things that she hopes to achieve with this.
ஹலோ என் பேர் மஞ்சுளா. நாங்கள் இந்தியாவிலேருந்து வந்தது இங்கே சரியான கஷ்டப்பட்டோம். நான் இந்தியாவில் தான் இதெல்லாம் பழகினேன். அப்போ நான் சர்டிஃபிகேட்லாம் வச்சுருக்கேன். அந்த கிளீனிங் பொருட்கள் சோப்புகள் செய்த இந்தியாவில் பழகினது படித்தேன். நான் அந்த சர்டிஃபிகேட்லாம் வச்சுருக்கிறேன். அதை நான் ஒரு சின்ன அளவில் நான் தொடங்கினேன். கைத்தொழில் ஒன்று செஞ்சு முன்னேறுவோம்னு சொல்லி போட்டு தான் இந்த சின்ன அளவில் தொடங்கினேன்னா இலங்கையிலேயே நம்பர் 1 கம்பெனியாக இருக்க நான் ஆசைப்பட்றேன்.
I'm really happy to share this project with you guys because I think it's a perfect example of how no matter how difficult the time is or how remote the place is, there's always a way that we can adapt to the situation and come up with some innovative solutions. This project is known as a LESS project and is being implemented by ADRA with funding from the Australian government, and is a good example of projects helping those who have fled the country reintegrate back into society here in Sri Lanka. So we're at a cool spot in Mannar, getting a lot of ice creams. This is a Faluda, strawberry Faluda one, and I got a nice thick slice of muscat. And the common one that everyone seems to get here is the fruit salad and ice cream dish or mug. Seems to be very popular. Good morning guys from Mannar. Unfortunately we couldn't do a lot here, but we have a very long journey ahead of us today. We are going to be going to Jaffna, and it's about 120 kilometers for us to get to Jetwing in Jaffna. So we might have to break up this trip into 2 parts and charge our battery once. We will see how it goes. We're going to be playing it by ear. This stretch is a very lonely stretch. There aren't any hotels. There are very few like rest houses and things like that. So it's going to be interesting, but regardless, I'm pretty sure that we will always have help if we need it. So let's get on the road and let's get this journey started. Bye donkeys! We've reached 1 bar on our battery, and we just happened to stop by a place called Green Line Guest House and Bar, but their gate is closed. If they're open, this might be the ideal place for us to relax, have a beer, and then just charge our batteries. Looks like they don't speak English. Oh, Sinhala. Oh. What's the time now? They're opening at 10. 9:30.
Speak English? මේ අපිට ජැෆ්නා යන ගම අපිට දැන් අවුව හින්දා අපිට ටිකක් රෙස්ට් කරන්න ඕනේ. මෙතන අපිට ටිකක් නවත්තන්න පුළුවන් කෑම ටිකක් කාලා මොන හරි බුකින් එක.
Room නම් ඕනේ නැහැ.
රූම් ඕනේ නැහැ. රෙස්ට්.
All right, we have been granted entry. Right. Okay, so once we convinced them to go inside, Shehan decided that we should cycle 10 more kilometers. So we're back on the road, guys. At the next cafe, which is Cafe Tree, and I have a bad feeling that they are not open.
Hello? Open? What time? There are 3 more places right here. Do you want to check that out?
What are the 3 places? Rest stop before we break and charge our batteries at this restaurant. These lovely people at Bhajan Unavakam have let us stay here.
Alright. Update is our plan didn't go as we planned. We forgot to account for there being a power cut. It's a 1.5 hour power cut, and if we waited for that 1.5 hours and then waited another 2 hours for our batteries to finish, it would be 4:30.
And that would mean it would be 8 o'clock or
8:30 at least by the time we get to Jaffna,
which is too late,
which is too late.
too dark.
And we don't have lights considering our battery would have run out by the time we get to Jaffna. So we are going to have to cycle now at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so
The exact thing we were trying to
not to do.
do.
But we've missed 11, 12, 1, and it will only hopefully get less gruesome. And we're gonna go full on with the electric to try and get out of this hot area. And then hopefully the battery will run out once it gets a little cooler. Maybe we will get a little bit of overcastness here and there. And then we will pedal out the last 30 kilometers. I don't think we can even do, maybe we can do like about 39, 40 with the bars that we have left. But we're basically looking at doing about 30 to 40 kilometers
Cycling.
on just manual power. So let's do this.
Shit.
Alright, let's go. Very lucky to have some shade here and there. We are rationing out the electric. Hoping for a miracle. Okay, so surprisingly enough, this area is very lush, in some parts at least. I was expecting it to be completely dry and arid and no shade, but this is lush and green and shady. Got that. Nice. Let's hope it remains like that for a long time at least. Seems that there's a bit of a language barrier. Shan's putting out his best Tamil to communicate with the boy. Hi. Cute, no? We are in Jaffna city and we have about 5 kilometers to get to Jetwing, Jaffna. But we are faced with a problem now. I'm losing air very fast. We pumped about 3 times now, and each time we're losing air faster than the time before. So my electric is over, so I'm just cycling as fast as I can. Hopefully we can make it before dark because I'm all out of battery. So that means no lights for me as well. Wish me luck, guys. Okay, we're stopping to pump again. It's getting really hard to cycle without air. Hopefully this is the last stretch. We've got 6.9 more kilometers to go and the sun is setting fast. So just our luck, we are passing a winkle, so we decided to stop. And we're going to get it checked out. No luck at the winkle, back on the road. Guys, we made it right here on the left. I can't believe I did it. Jetwing, Jaffna. Finally made it. Welcome to our beautiful room at Jetwing, Jaffna, guys. I cannot put into words how excited and happy I am to be in this room, in this AC, this beautiful bed that I'm going to sleep on tonight, and best of all, this bathroom and this amazing, well, not that one. This amazing shower that's gonna wash off all this dirt I collected from, where did we come from? I forgot, Mannar to Jaffna. I am exhausted, guys, but I think any amount of words is going to really translate to you guys how happy I am to be here in this lovely hotel, and I can't wait to shower, eat and sleep. Alright, so that was an incredibly difficult journey, but I'm so proud of both of us for doing it. We really pushed through. We had a flat tire, you know, lots of things
Power
happened.
cut.
Power cut, but then we
Our
also
plan of extending our electric mileage failed.
but we saw
made
some
it.
beautiful things and just amazing journey. Altogether was totally worth it. And now we are here and enjoying a amazing dinner so we can refuel ourselves, enjoying a nice cold lime, perfect way to end a long and arduous journey.
For sure.
And we've got a ton of things planned here in Jaffna to share with you guys. I'm so excited, so make sure you tune in with us next vlog.
Yeah.
Next vlog, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.